Good morning, guys and girls. Right at 10:35 here Eastern time this morning, Sunday morning. Couple of quick updates. Darlene on her way, not on her way to on her way to Philadelphia, yes. Already in Pennsylvania. She's going to be there by 12:30, where she's going to. So she's going to spend a week up there, going to make some cookies and bring them this way. So next Sunday at this time, she'll be on her way home. She'll be on her way back home next Sunday. So we are thinking about maybe having a surprise waiting for her when she gets home. We'll see what happens there. Good morning, Mr. Keith White. How you doing this morning?
Okay. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Doing good. Went back, took me a little nap this morning. Cannot lie about it. Cannot lie. Yeah. Looking over the NCAA games this week, I'll give everybody I'm going to give us a full rundown of the college games and then our records for the week. Ole Miss and Mississippi State. Mississippi State was a 1-point favorite. We all ran with Ole Miss, and they won by 10 points. Boise State, a 3-point favorite, loses to San Diego State. Rob and Harris both get that. Tim and Keith missed on that one. Iowa, Nebraska. Nebraska, a 3.5-point favorite. I really didn't see why they would be favored in that game. We took the points, me and Keith did, and Iowa won straight up by a touchdown. Cincinnati, East Carolina. Cincinnati wins that game by 22. All they needed was 14. All the other guys got it. I am the one that missed on that one. Keith, Tim, and Harris. Missouri, Arkansas. Me and Keith took that one, and we just barely did get a clearance on that one. It was 14.5-point favorites. They win by 17. Tim and Harris, unfortunately, took Missouri. Colorado, they cover over Utah. Utah does win and win comfortably, but not by 24. We all miss that one. North Carolina against North Carolina State. North Carolina State was a 7-point favorite and win by 4. Tim went with NC State. He does not cover on that one. Harris, Keith, and myself win on that one. Georgia against Georgia Tech, we all roll with 35 points, and they cover by 10, 45 nothing. Ohio State, we all went with Ohio State over Michigan, giving up 7. And Michigan wins that game outright by 15. Keith, I realize they let them score at the end. Did it ever seem any time in the fourth quarter that Ohio State was, oh God, they're getting back into the game to you?
Well, yeah, kind of, because before Michigan scored that last touchdown, there was a chance that they could have got the ball back after a punt. They could have went down, scored a touchdown, scored a 2-point conversion, and tied it.
When Michigan
kind of like Alabama ended up,
Well, the one difference is when Michigan had the ball, you knew what they were going to do with it. They were going to run the football.
Yeah, they were getting
big. Ohio State never figured out how to stop them. I mean, they put 8 in the box. That kid did not care, man. He ran through them.
But there's always a play where you could fumble or something.
Oh yeah, no doubt about that.
And if Michigan wouldn't have done what they hadn't scored that touchdown, there was a chance that could.
Yeah, I was surprised they didn't try to stop them, but they knew a field goal plus 2 more minutes off the clock would have really hurt them. So Ryan Day did what he could do. They, number one, had to get the ball and score a touchdown. Alex, I read what you sent to me, my friend. Yeah, it's good to have a journal or something like that. I never have had it, but I can't say I never have. I had one when I was a younger kid. When I was a kid, up to about the time I was 18, I really did. I wrote in it, not daily, but weekly or something like that. And as I got older, I think I found it, burned it or whatever. But I went back and read a lot of it before I did. I really did. So, yeah. definitely, if you ever do go to see a psychologist, psychiatrist, which none of them's nothing wrong if you ever do, but if you ever do, hold on to that. Hold on to that because they may want to read what your thoughts have been over the years. And I went. I had a nice lady that I used to go talk to. I talked to her for about 8 months. Meditation is always good. Anytime you can get somewhere where it's quiet and peaceful, yeah, quiet especially. Peaceful it doesn't have to be. The leaves and wind can be blowing or whatever. You just got to be able to meditate, and I think it's good for you. I really do.
There might be certain kinds of music to just kind of listen to in the background that might be good to kind of just make you feel a little better. I don't know.
Yeah. Whatever works for you. Yeah, that's it. So we all took Ohio State and we lost our asses on that one. Wake Forest, me and Tim went with Wake Forest. We gave up 5.5 and they win by 31 over Boston College. Harrison Keith did not go with us on that one. Baylor was giving up 15 to Texas Tech. And I'm the only jabroni that went with Texas Tech in this ball game. Felt like it was going to be maybe a close game. It was 27-24. They lose, but they definitely they get the spread, and I get that one solo on that one. Houston, Connecticut. This is one I didn't see coming. I thought Houston would roll on 50 points, but Connecticut put 17 on the board, and just does keep from being a 31. It was 28-point game. So we all missed that one. We all took Houston. UTSA. How about the surprise of the day? Maybe against North Texas. UTSA was favored by 12, and they lose by 22. I mean, that's a roll right there, if that's what you call that one.
Just real quick for Alex, I guess right now Michigan just replaces Ohio State. Is probably about the only change. Had Alabama lost, Notre Dame might have jumped up in there, but
Alabama's fallen to 3-4 in other people's polls though. So if they lose next week, I think they're out. I really do.
It's just.
I think if they lose
for the playoff thing, though, I think the committee's
out.
Number 2.
I think they'll be out. I think they'll put in Oklahoma State. Most people's got number 5. Oklahoma
Are you talking about after the SEC championship?
Yeah.
If Alabama gets beat there by double digits, probably more than 2 touchdowns, I think they might be out. But it's just, again, trying to read the minds of these committee people. They want Alabama to be in there. Notre Dame's a good replacement, I guess, in their eyes.
But I don't think it'll be Notre Dame right now. I think it's going to be Oklahoma State.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think Oklahoma State's going. I think they're going to come in at number 5 this week, and then I think Notre Dame is going to come in at number 6. But there's still a lot. Look, Cincinnati's got to beat Houston. I don't think it happens. I think Houston will beat Cincinnati. If that happens, Cincinnati's out.
That gives the committee what they want if that happens.
If Michigan loses to Iowa, they're out. And then we're not going to have any Big Ten teams.
There's a lot of people, if you asked them, they'd probably tell you they want Alabama out of the playoffs. But
if Alabama,
they watch who's in, and that's the thing.
I think the only way Alabama stays in is if Cincinnati and Michigan lose. And I think I definitely think one of them loses. And I won't be surprised if both of them lose. Iowa's been a stickler.
They've been Iowa against Michigan.
Yeah.
But that could be a good game.
Yeah, I think it could be because
Michigan, I guess you could say maybe they'll have what's that after you play the big game, then the next week you kind of show up a little flat. Happen, I guess, but
yeah,
we'll have to see.
We will. Plus, we'll be doing those Tuesday.
Hi, Darius.
What's up, Darius? Front runner coach of the year in football it's got to be
Cincinnati guy.
Oh yeah, it's got to be the Cincinnati coach. Luke Fickell. Luke Fickell. It's got to be Luke Fickell right now. Let's go back to where we were at. Alabama, 19-point favorites. And me and Keith went with Alabama. We thought they were going to roll them by 19, and they pretty much got rolled up yesterday. They really did. They did not show up.
Just real quick, Rob, I know I'm kind of interrupting your recap, but just off of that question with the college coach of the year, who would be like the 5 finalists? Would Lane Kiffin get in there at all, you think, with the job he did with Cincinnati?
Well, you got to put the Georgia coach in there, top 5. Georgia's
got a real good team too, but
yeah, but if you go undefeated, you can't. How about Wake Forest coach? Wake Forest is really, I mean, they've won a lot of games that probably, or Oklahoma State's coach, they've only lost one. They're 12-1, 11-1, 12-1, 12-1. Hey, how about Harbaugh? Harbaugh has to be in the discussion. They've only got one loss.
It's kind of like he just jumped into it yesterday.
Yeah.
I mean, if he's in it,
nobody
was mentioning him before yesterday.
He was in the frying pan ready to jump into the fire.
Yeah.
Until
that's why I kind of want with that one I'd say maybe not, because you can't. If it takes the last game of the regular season to
be a good coach,
I just think you're not it then.
Right. and me and you kind of agreed. I didn't think he deserves to get fired anyway.
How about Iowa's coach? I mean, were they expected to be that?
Kirk Ferentz has done a good job. Kirk Ferentz has been there forever and a day too.
Yeah, Minnesota had a good year, and nobody else saw
that. Did.
Michigan State's coach Mel Tucker did a good job this year. I mean, there's a lot of guys. If you look at where what their expectations were versus where they finished, and maybe even they got 3 or 4 losses. But if they
Stoops, how about Mark Stoops at Kentucky? Kentucky.
Yeah,
we picked them to win some games.
When they beat Florida and LSU at home, nobody expected that.
No,
now, as it turns out, that's 2 teams that are firing their coaches. But it's just, it's still Kentucky is not known for football.
Hell, UCLA has been playing really well. They've played up to their competition and down to it too, though. That's been their problem. Rays get Corey Kluber. The Rays are spending money this offseason. They want that World Series really bad, really bad.
I would kind of like to see them get it, and I think instead of getting a World Series trophy, they should get a new stadium.
Yeah, but I think they need a dome. Being in Florida,
heat, humidity, and all that down there. Yeah,
rain too. Yeah, storms, any of that shit. You need it. You need it. I think if you're as far down in South Carolina and all the way over to Texas down, you need a dome. You need at least
a stadium that was a
retractable.
Dome.
It's
kind of like that Braves stadium. That would be kind of nice,
Is the Braves retractable? Is theirs a whole?
No, theirs isn't a dome. But I mean, if you could make a stadium like theirs, but with a dome over the top of it, because they got I like the way that they made that stadium where all the seats are kind of really close to the field,
and they're in a business district. They're away from the crowded part of town. They're kind of out of the city, north side of the city now, and it makes sense. It makes all the sense in the world. If I were going to build one in Philadelphia, I know the area pretty well. I would put it on outside of. I'd put it on the outskirts of town, closer to the turnpike, and closer to. I mean. Yeah, 95 is accessible. Good morning, Harris.
Good morning.
First off, before I even keep going, how you feeling?
I feel great.
Good.
Just tired. I mean, can't keep me up half the night.
Oh, I got you. Texted both of you about 5:30.
That's a good list there, Darius.
Darlene left, so.
Actually, it was 6:03 when you texted me.
All right, let's see. You know what? I can tell you exactly what time it was.
I'm sorry, 6:09.
Was it?
I'm hoping you don't see this message for 3 hours. Hope you're rested.
Yeah. Sleep well.
It was actually about 4 hours before I seen it. And what'd you say there, Keith? I missed that. I'm sorry.
What's that?
What'd you say?
I probably was commenting on Darius's list there for Heisman candidates. That's a pretty good list.
I think Bryce Young fell out of it yesterday. I'm sorry, Bryce Young.
He didn't have any protection. I mean, he was getting. He had like 2 seconds every play.
Yeah. Of those 5 right there, Aiden Hutchinson to me, I would love to see Aiden Hutchinson get it.
Stroud's done, I think.
I think so too. Kenny Pickett's played well, but look at the competition he's played ACC. Aiden Hutchinson has 13 sacks, 3 in the biggest game of the year for him. And it's like we could be proving a point to people that look, there are defensive players out here that deserve this damn award, and they don't have to be getting 10 interceptions to get it. If they can play up front, if they can make a difference, why not? Why not? I mean, I don't. In a year,
I'd love to see a defensive lineman winning.
In a year, when you haven't had anybody grab it, I mean, the Michigan State kid after the Michigan game could have grabbed it. Could have said, "Okay, guess what?
Walker, right?
I'm gonna take care of Ohio State myself." He couldn't do it. He could not do it. And that to me, everybody's had off weeks this year, but the defensive lineman, yeah, look, even looking their loss against Michigan State, he was all over that Michigan State quarterback. Plus, he helped stop that running back for Michigan State. So, when he was a finalist, where did Sue come in?
A little bit right now, I think.
Did he come in third in Dominican Sue? I think he did.
I believe he was third.
I believe that's where he came in. I'm not sure.
Darius, the cat's fine. Ornery as hell.
All right. Let's keep on going here.
What are you going to do if the little bitch tears the shit out of that hoodie you're wearing?
Well, this one's already tore to hell, so it don't matter. this, believe it or not, Keith, this hoodie's about 9 years old.
Okay.
So
we got Oregon State, Oregon, and everybody but Keith took Oregon, and they were 7-point favorites and win by 9, so they do.
Yeah, that was close
for us. Penn State, Michigan. Penn State, Michigan State. Penn State loses on a last-second field goal. Keith and Tim cover there. Me and Harris unfortunately took Penn State.
Yeah, we didn't expect weather to be an issue there either.
Wisconsin flips over the whole Big Ten championship. Minnesota decided to come in at their home place and kick their asses, 23-13. Iowa now will be sending the Minnesota coach a Christmas present. Wisconsin loses. We all lose on that one. Iowa goes and plays Michigan next week in Indianapolis.
And I don't think that's going to be a game.
We'll see. We'll see. I think
unless for some inexplicable reason Michigan has a letdown after their Ohio State win.
Unless 3 guys go in bet heavy on Iowa.
Maybe Harbaugh will do the herb thing and go out with dance with the students or something.
Texas A&M 6-point favorites at LSU. And the kid, the lefty, they did it yesterday, 27-24. Tim liked them. Straight up, they win.
Steve Royce, is he new to our?
Steve Royce, he is new. Steve's been in here before. Steve, have you subscribed to the channel?
That's a new name.
Yeah, it is. We may give away something this morning if Harris wants to give away something. Maybe have have a Christmas gift out there for somebody.
I still got one sitting here.
Yeah,
somewhere.
yeah. Well, we promote a lot of cards, dice, and board games, sports board games. 95% of the time. Once in a while, it's something not sports related. Hang around. All right, Steve. Thanks. Hang around. We'll give you your chance. We'll give you your chance to win something.
Alex,
You have to have a copy of Second Season Express.
Yeah. Cool.
Alex, who's new on the ballot this year? I couldn't tell you. Baseball.
Oklahoma. Oklahoma State 3.5-point favorites, and they win by 4 points. They just do cover. Me and Keith took OSU, and
the Dominican Sue was fourth that year, according to the Time Machine.
Yeah. Pittsburgh, 11-point favorites going to the Cuse. We all picked Syracuse. We all picked Pittsburgh, rather. Pittsburgh covers on that one for all of us. Notre Dame marches into Stanford. They didn't lose any votes here, I don't think. They win by 31 points in Stanford. They were 17-point favorites. They have not hurt their cause at all. BYU, 7-point favorites against USC. Keith liked USC, and USC they do cover the spread there. They lose by 4, but they were favored by 7. BYU was. So the rest of us jabronis miss on that.
USC should have won that game.
Purdue, 15-point favorites
at the end
against Indiana. We all went with Purdue across the board. Virginia Tech limps into Charlottesville, and this was one I don't understand. They both finished now 6-6. Does Bronco Mendenhall lose his job? It's not like he lost to a powerhouse Virginia Tech team. This is a team that's won 15 of 17 in the series.
I think as long as they get a bowl bid, he's safe.
I think so too.
And if they were playing again tomorrow, I'd probably still pick Virginia.
I would too. Yeah. The 29-24 Virginia Tech.
Depending on how many teams in the nation are bowl eligible now.
Right.
And I haven't looked at the number. Okay.
Well,
they could be on the outside looking in now.
How about Rutgers? It was at Rutgers, I think.
Rutgers
finishes 5-7,
and
they have been asked to be going to a bowl. That you can get invited even if you don't get 6 wins.
And how about LSU qualifying themselves yesterday? We haven't got to that game yet, but LSU, they ends up beating A&M.
Yeah. And then Florida. Isn't Florida bowl eligible?
Florida's bowl eligible now.
Yeah. But from what I saw, I think it was Rutgers. They're
5-7.
They finished 5-7. They've been contacted about would they be interested in going to a bowl. I heard that already. So they may get a back entry of a bowl game.
Why would they say no?
Exactly. They wouldn't. Right. It wouldn't make sense for them not to play in it.
Let me see if I can how many teams are bowl eligible right now.
But for some reason, they contacted the team immediately after their loss yesterday.
They're going to say, I want to play.
Hell no. We don't want to sit at home, especially if we can go to Hawaii or we can go, anywhere. Florida State. It was a pick'em game, 1 point. We all took Florida State. Florida came out yesterday and played. Florida did nothing to hurt their cause for their coach. And I'm thinking Matt Sharper is exactly right. I think they've got their coach, and he's on his way there.
New names on the ballot for baseball. Ortiz, I don't know what they concluded with steroids with him. Fielder, no. Howard, no. Lincecum, no. Morneau, no. Nathan, no. Papelbon, no. Peavy.
Oh, you don't think Papelbon's a Hall of Famer?
Well, I would have to look at his numbers more closely.
He's close. He's close if he's not.
Okay, maybe I'm wrong on that.
Rollins,
probably not. He was good, but Hall of Famer, no.
Yeah, Rollins ain't either.
No, wrong.
Sorry.
Yeah. Huh? You see anybody in that list?
Ortiz is a Hall of Famer. Ortiz is a Hall of Famer.
Okay. Bowl eligible, Rob. There are 83 teams in the country that are bowl eligible at this point.
So that's 41 games, 42 games.
Well, I believe is there 42 this year?
Shara, maybe.
Ain't that many bowls? No.
No. I believe, if I remember correctly, there were 37. Let me see.
Mark Teixeira is going to be close.
Wasn't he hurt a lot near the end of his career?
He was hurt a lot in the beginning of his career too.
Yeah.
But he could hit.
Yeah, he was a very good hitter.
But when he was a better hitter when he was in Texas.
He was a switch hitter too, wasn't he?
Right. He was a better hitter in Texas than he ever was with the Yankees.
And he started with the Braves, didn't he?
Started with Rangers. Then he went to the
Braves at one point.
Yeah, he went to the Braves later in life, and then went to the Yankees too. Yeah. Help me out, guys. Make sure I'm right there. Teixeira was first with the Rangers, second with.
I was thinking he went from the Braves to the Rangers, but I might be getting him confused with somebody like.
Nah, he played. He was drafted by the.
Go lay down.
Mark Teixeira.
Mark DeRosa or something.
All right, let me see here.
Mark Teixeira.
1, 2, 3.
Career.
What are you looking at? The bowl eligible, Harris?
I'm trying to see how many bowl games there are.
5 years originally, 03 to 07, Texas.
Oh, okay.
Mid-season, 07, 08. Those 2 years he was with Atlanta. That was it. 08, mid-08, he got traded to the Angels. Went to the Angels. Finished out his career the last 8 years with the Yankees.
And what was his career OPS?
Let's see. His career batting average was only 268. Let's see.
Slugging?
All right.
409 home runs, though. But for a first baseman.
Yeah. Home runs alone.
He's
all right.
You look at his numbers compared to Ortiz, it ain't close.
According to what I see, there are 42 bowl games. That includes the 2 semifinal games. That does not include the national championship game. So that would mean they would need 84 teams. Right now, there are 83.
A couple years ago, they had to allow some 5-win teams in because they had so many.
And
they're going to take at least one 5-win team, and that one 5-win team could be Rutgers.
It could be. OBP, he 38% on base percentage. He struck out 1,400 times and walked 900 times.
Come here.
OPS plus.
Hold up. Come here.
OPS 869. That's OPS. Now let's look. Let's say I think I said 409 home runs.
That's pretty good, but
David Ortiz stats. You wait till you see these damn stats. So these are going.
Yeah, he's probably over 900.
Yeah. These are going. Oh, he's batted over 300 for his career. I'm pretty sure.
And I do have a list of all bowl eligible teams by conference.
Okay. Batting average.
ACC's got 10 teams.
He batted 286. 541 home runs. And very few 500 home run guys are not in the Hall of Fame. His whole career.
His name was on one of those steroid reports or something. That's the only thing that could maybe.
Yeah. He had 50. He had 54 home runs one year for Boston. I didn't realize he hit that damn many ever in any year.
Because Manram isn't in, right? He was on.
What'd you say?
Manram. He didn't get in, right? Manny Ramirez.
Oh, you know what? I don't know if he's in yet or not.
Yeah, he was linked to steroids too.
Yeah, slugging percentage. Let's see. get the numbers up here. I'm trying to get this shit.
I think A-Rod would have been a Hall of Famer without steroids.
Yeah. I actually thought he was a better ball player when he actually had more, wasn't so damn, when he didn't chunk up and all. When he was a lanky 6'5" guy, my God, I think he could have got.
He was almost like a perfect athlete.
Yeah. Yeah, he's 6'5", weighed about 200 pounds, carried the weight perfect, and did everything. And he wasn't happy with the way he was, I guess. He hit close to 700 home runs. Will he be a Hall of Famer eventually? Yes, he will. Bonds still is not a Hall of Famer, is he?
Who?
Barry Bonds.
No. Is this Clemens last year on the ballot? This is his 10th year, isn't it?
It might be it. How many players have hit 4 home runs in a single game? Mark. What was the guy's name?
I would guess maybe 4.
I was trying to think one of the guys' names because I know he hit it. He was
Mark Whitten did.
Mark Whitten, that's right, for the Cardinals.
Yeah,
Cardinals. He was a switch hitter too, I think. Yeah, Mark Whitten did it. Yeah. How many players have done it? I won't say 3. I don't know.
Wow. I would have never thought that many.
How many? 10?
18.
18. Wow. College picks this week. Harris, 12 and 15.
18 what, Eric?
Say what?
18 what?
18 current. There are currently 18 players in Major League Baseball history who have hit 4 home runs in a single game.
Oh, goodness.
On the anniversary of Mike Schmidt achieving this rare feat in 1976, here's a breakdown of every time it happened. So, I found an article on it. So, let's see. Who are they? Just curious. J.D. Martinez was the last to do it in September 17.
2020.
Well, J.D. Martinez, September 4 and 17. Scooter Gannett, June 6 and 17.
Oh, 2017. 2017.
Josh Hamilton, May 8, 2012. Delgado, September 25th, 2003.
Talk about a waste of talent. How about Josh Hamilton?
Sean Green.
Yeah.
May 23rd, 2002.
Josh Hamilton, man. Look at all the shit people put up with him.
Mark Whitten.
He could have. Yeah, we remember the Mark Whitten deal. Yeah.
Bob Horner in 86.
Oh, with the Braves.
Schmidt in 76.
Yep, with the Phillies.
Willie Mays, 1961.
Who, Willie Mays?
Yep.
Harris and Keith went 12 and 15 this week. Tim went 13 and 14. Just flipping on me. I went 14-13 this week. Man, any big games today? Anybody catch your eye?
Is Ohtani a guy that you think might ever hit 4 home runs in a game?
He can do it.
He could do it, but I don't think there's a team out there that's going to let him.
Yeah, it's not many guys
today. Yeah,
you're right. They're going to pitch around him.
Yeah. Or they'll hit him with a pitch.
Well, I was going to say, if he hits 3 in a game, the next time he comes to the plate, he's getting hit in the ear hole.
Yeah, just like Keith said, yeah.
I wish they would do something in baseball, and maybe I'm in a minority here with the fighting and stuff on the field. I mean, if you get they should do something like they do in basketball, where you can't just run out on the court and start hitting people or something.
First guy to leave the dugout should be suspended 30 games automatically.
And there's no need for that.
The problem is, I'll tell you what the problem is. you're gonna have to set an example. And then, I mean, what are you gonna do to the first team? 18 guys come out of their bullpen, or out of their dugout, and 10 come out of the bullpen. Next thing you know, all you got is 3 guys that sit in there like this. Now, number one, what are you gonna think of those 3 guys?
Well, the first guy out should be suspended. First guy off the bench. Yeah. There's enough video going on the side who it is.
But the problem is, if you just do that though, and somebody follows right behind him and just starts hitting.
Well, then
yeah,
you go a regular procedure. Everybody throws a punch, they're not only ejected, they're subject to suspension and fine as well.
Yeah, I mean they've got minor leaguers they can call up if they have to.
Yeah,
exactly.
See, this is what I think. This is what way I think it should happen. If they stand out there on the dirt, right outside the dugout, bitching and raising hell, that's one thing. Mm-hmm. But once they hit the grass part of the field,
cross those white lines.
Not even cross white lines. I'm talking about the grass. I'm talking about the grass right in front of the dugouts. I'm talking about 10 feet in front of the dugouts where it's grass and shit. Once they hit that, you're not supposed to be there anyway. That's when they should do that. And go to the team and say, guess what? All right, now you got 19 players that are going to get suspended. This is the way we're going to handle it. Each one of them's getting 3 games. We're going to make it as easy. We'll give you 6 now, 6 then, and then 7. Now, the next time it happens, those 6, 6, and 7s are going to double to 12, 12, and 13, where you're going to have to be calling people up. So it's up to you coaches. If you can't keep control of your troops, you're going to lose out on it. And that's something that's going to have to be discussed with the Players Association. Because right now, if they go out to fight, if they jump out the dugout and they walk out there with a troop of 30 others, coaches, manager, everybody else included, there's no repercussions right now. That's what needs to happen. Now, maybe this was what I would say the way to do it. Incorporate it in AAA level first. Incorporate it in the AAA level to make it hurt your minor leaguers. That way, if you got to be calling up some guy that's got arm problems in the majors, I'm sorry, he can't come up right now. And don't stagger it. Don't stagger it. Make it where the AA-'s got to send some guys up. Single A's got to keep sending guys up. You do that.
Yeah, and you know what? That would really hurt them. That would hurt them because you got guys down there, they don't want major league time counting yet.
Right.
And as soon as they bring them up, they've got to start counting.
Yep. One year, do it that way with AAA. Then, but have it on the agenda already. Already have it on the thing this year. Say after 2022, effective first game spring training 2023. Major leagues will adopt this policy, and if there's going to be fighting, we are apt to look at video evidence of anything that might happen and cause problems. The ears on that dude, man. They like each other.
Oh, these two get along great.
Oh.
So then if the batter, if he decides he wants to charge the mound, because that's going to draw everybody in, they shouldn't.
Right. Well, if number one, if the batter charges the mound, if that bat crosses the lines, if that bat gets out there in the playing field in his hand, that's an automatic 25-game suspension. Then, if he tries to use said bat, it could be a year. Just make it a damn year right there. But if he number one, I don't think many of them have it in their mind to go out here and hit a damn pitcher upside the head with a bat anyway. 95% of the time, they'll have the bat and they'll sling the bat and go out there running. And if it might be better off if they don't put it into words. But if you don't have it in words in black and white, well, that was not mentioned. You're better off to mention everything that could play a part in something.
If the hitter does that, you can maybe say, okay, the catcher can run out there to try to protect his pitcher. Maybe a manager or something can run out there to try to protect his pitcher. Yeah. Everybody else needs to stay out.
Yeah. And if the pitcher has a ball in his hand and the player running at him does not have a bat and he throws that ball at him again, that's got to be you got to. They're going to have to write it. It can't be gray matter out there. They're going to have to put it out there and say, look, this is the way we want to do that. And if they do
the thing is, the other team is still going to, if they want to, they're going to have somebody throw at a guy on the other team.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. So all that other fighting and stuff doesn't really do anything.
No. It's been going on for the last 40 years plus.
And usually after a batter gets hit, the umpires can probably tell if it was intentional or not based on what is said and done immediately after it happens.
Right. And if you take care of the problem the next inning, you throw it at now, sometimes, let's say for instance, the Yankees guy, Stanton gets hit. And Boston's coming up to bat. Well, they're not going to hit their catcher. They're going to go after Bogarts or one of the stars. They got to, after he gets hit, that's when you got to say, okay, that's enough. That's it.
And you can't be thrown up here either, up in the head.
No. You can't go at their ear hole. You're right. It's got to be at least below the numbers are lower.
Yeah, between the knee and the butt. It's just.
Well, I'm even okay if it's in numbers and lower. If it's a side right here in the gut, whatever, I'm okay with that. But you just cannot go at somebody's head with that shit. You just can't do that. And nowadays, the guys see the problem with it is this: they come up there looking like robots anyway, with all the weaponry they're wearing on their arms and legs,
like hockey pads.
Yeah, shit. Yeah, a lot of them know when they're going to get hit, and they'll go in there. I've even heard of who was that said they went on and put a flak jacket on because he knew he was going to get hit. Who was that said that?
It was a quarterback that did that years ago.
Yeah, but
Pastorini years ago.
Yeah, but I'm talking about a baseball player went and put a flak jacket on underneath his uniform when he went to bat because he knew he was getting creamed, and the ball bounced off the damn thing, went down the third baseline. They thought. I mean, it said the way it sounded like
they thought it hit his bat.
Well, actually, they thought he broke his ribs.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, and then no, he's walking down the damn thing and get that metal pieces right there against the. Yeah, when you know you're gonna get hit, you know it. You just got that feeling, and that is something, man. I tell you.
But I would say most of the time, if a pitcher hits a batter, you can probably tell just by the pitcher's reaction if it was intentional. Or, his body language, something's going to tip it off. He's either going to be glaring in like, he knew that was going to happen, or he's going to have a look on his face like, oh crap, what did I hope he's okay or whatever,
Yeah. Anybody eating turkey today?
Yeah, probably.
I think I am too. I think I will too. I got turkey. I actually like good turkey sandwiches. I like to put.
I was doing that yesterday, man. That was good.
What I like to do. I like to put turkey in between two white pieces of bread. Put a piece of cheese, and then I like to put it in the oven and cut it on about 290 and give it about 15 minutes on each side. It barely does get brown, but the cheese gets all over the turkey. Yeah, I don't like dry turkey. Turkey dry, that's especially 2 or 3 days later.
I put a mayo on it.
I don't care. I like mayonnaise, but only on hamburgers. On sandwiches, not too much.
I can't stand mayonnaise.
I like I love the mayonnaise that Burger King puts on their Whoppers. I love that shit, man. I'm addicted to that.
But I want Hellman's. I'm kind of fussy. I don't want
really.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I want to say she has some other brand.
The only time I'll eat.
Was that Harris?
We're losing Harris.
The only thing I eat mayonnaise in is tuna.
Tuna, okay.
I don't like tuna though. I don't do the tuna too much.
That's the only fish I'll eat.
Really?
Yeah. Well, ever since I had that gastric bypass in 2011, believe it or not, fish is something that my stomach just can't handle.
Yeah.
So, how do you like Darius's trade proposal there? Segura for Kimbrel. Why the White Sox would do that, I don't know, because they've got.
They're looking to get rid of him.
Are they?
Aaron Jones is a game time decision today.
Man, Darius, man, that'd be tough, man. We need a closer so bad.
But I think earlier he said that somebody said Story's #1 pick in Vegas. Vegas is saying he might go to the Phillies.
Oh, okay. If we can have Trevor Story.
Oh, Alex said that. Trevor Story's #1 destination according to Vegas.
All right. If we got Trevor Story, yeah, we can get rid of Segura. Yeah. I was thinking if we got to go in this year with that clown.
Can Segura play third? Did you put Story at short and Segura at third?
Yeah, but our problem is we got Gregorius coming back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got Gregorius. Who's playing second?
Gregorius, huh?
Who's playing second right now?
Segura played second last year.
Okay.
That's where he played.
Gregorius was at short, and the superstar Bohm was at third.
Then the bum was at third.
He still might pan out. You can't, I mean, maybe not, but you can't just write him off yet, can you?
He's a trash dump, man. I'm serious. We got rid of trash dump of the week, but boy.
Who's your baseball team, Harris?
Baltimore.
Baltimore. Oh, that's why we got the orange and white for the names here. Celebration of Harris's baseball.
We can fix that. Like that.
Oh, okay. Now we're Dodgers. Phillies. No, it's close. Pirates.
Really?
That's neutral enough. There you go. White Sox. We're the White Sox now.
Aaron Jones expects to return for the Packers. I don't think it's going to be enough. I really don't. The more and more and more I'm seeing this Rams situation, I like the Rams. I like the Rams more and more this week. I really do.
Anybody have any more injury information, COVID information?
I can't find an injury report at all in the NFL today.
I'll see if I can get it.
I went to NFL.com. They have no news up. So it does say Aaron Jones is a game time decision versus the Rams today.
Yeah. Let's see.
And the Cowboys may be shutting Elliott down for a week or two. Give him time to rest that knee.
Who was that again, Harris?
Ezekiel Elliott. The Cowboys may be setting him for
really?
a week or two. Yeah.
Okay.
It's not like they really are pressed right now. Because I think Pollard's a better back anyway.
Buccaneers and Colts, Antonio Brown is out.
Well, yeah, I seen that last night.
Devin White, the linebacker, he's a big part of their defense. He's questionable. Darius Leonard, linebacker for the Colts, questionable. Quentin Nelson, guard. And that's one thing the Colts cannot afford to have any of their linemen missing today against the Buccaneers. That's the one part of the Buccaneers game that's still on good is their defensive line is played.
Is that a 1:00 game?
The Bucs and Colts is, I think, a 1:00 game. Yes.
So I'm stuck with that game. I don't have an option today.
Steelers at the Bengals. T.J. Watt. He does not right now currently have a designation. they will probably put him listed as questionable at 11:30 a.m. So that's about 5 minutes from now. Joe Hayden, he sat out last Sunday. He is questionable right now. Joe Hayden.
Titans A.J. Brown has been put on IR.
The wide receiver.
Yeah, Nate Davis, a guard. Linebacker Rashawn Evans. Linebacker David Long. Running back Jeremy McMichaels. Defensive lineman Tierra Tart. All been ruled out this week for the Titans. That is a lot of players right there. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Linebacker Jayon Brown. Cornerback Greg Maben. Tight end Jeff Swaim. Elijah Molden. Also, all of those are questionable. All for the Titans. The Titans have got, they got a medic group going on.
I hear
them. All these are listed as questionable right now for the Patriots. They've got a group too. Jonnu Smith, tight end. Hunter Henry. No, Hunter Henry is still, he's with the Titans. No, he's not. Hunter Henry is with the Patriots. Christian Barmore, he has been making a move for maybe being rookie of the year too, right there with his quarterback mate. Defensive lineman, tackle Trent Brown, punter Jake Bailey, linebacker Jawan Bentley, kicker Nick Fole, Damian Harris, running back, linebacker Dante Hightower, and running back Ramondre Stevenson, all listed as questionable. They have got a long-ass list. Darius Slay for the Eagles, cornerback, has been cleared to play after concussion protocol. Jordan Howard, running back, and Tay Gowan, cornerback. Jordan Howard is out. Tay Gowan is questionable. Sterling Shepard for the Giants is out today. And Kadarius Toney, wide receiver, is also expected to miss the game. Kyle Rudolph, also doubtful. So they're missing 2 wide receivers and a tight end against the Eagles. That's not a good sign for the Giants. All of us went with the Eagles this week. That may be an ass whipping just waiting to happen. It could definitely be. Yeah. Saquon Barkley is still, along with John Ross, a wide receiver, both questionable right now. That's just, that's a lot. That's a lot to put on somebody's plate. And what's weird is the Eagles are playing in New York this week against the Giants. The Eagles are playing in New York next week against the Jets. So not too hard road trips for Philadelphia. It's hour and a half each way. Yeah, so hour and a half each way. You fly up in 20 minutes. So
they'll bust it.
Yeah, but
they got a cheap owner.
They fly to Washington.
Do they really?
Yeah, sure as hell do. They fly to Washington.
Well, you figure, going to Jersey though.
Well, you're not shortening your trip.
From the time you land at the airport,
LaGuardia,
you try to get to a hotel and then a ballpark. It's quicker. Just busting it.
Right, you can drive it quicker. New York, you could. Yeah. Washington, you land and then at BWI. All you're doing from BWI. It takes. I think he said 18 minutes. Yeah, you can't get to BWI in 18 minutes from Philly. But from BWI, it's still 30 minutes from the ballpark.
Now, is BWI closer to there, or is Dulles?
You know what? Dulles is on the south side, but Washington plays up on it. They play up on kind of the.
They're in Landover.
Yeah, they're up on the north side of DC. Now the Washington
the two airports there. Which one's closer to them? BWI.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. BWI is probably 20 minutes away. If it was the Caps playing, or the the Nats play down on the southeast part of town, down just below the they play down there. Dulles is definitely shorter for them. LA Kings Brandon Lemieux ejected after he bit Brady Tkachuk's hand. How about that? Oh yeah, got to show you what the wife gave me.
Yeah, 2 of them, right?
Yeah.
What is that?
Flashlights.
I gotta get me one of them. I've got to get a small like pen like type flashlight for that new job I got.
Kohl's. Have you got a Kohl's down there?
Yeah.
She said they're on sale this weekend. They're normally $10 and they're $5. So check it out.
Okay.
She got me 2 of them. They're magnetic too. They're magnetic. Yeah.
Yeah, and for that job I told you I got to where I'll be working like the Amway Center and like that.
Yeah.
You need to have something for when you're inside when the lights are down and you need to look for something.
Put a couple of those in your pocket. And you'll be right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Look for something like the size of that. Like a pen. The pen flashlight. Boom. You think the Cubs will trade Contreras?
Is he disgruntled?
I don't think there's enough interest in anybody wanting him.
I don't think so. I think it's just the Cubs probably are still thinking, well, if we can get some assets for him, it might be worth it.
Yeah. It depends on if somebody needs him or not. If the Cubs want to trade him, they'll be interested out there. With 30 teams, somebody will want him because it'll fill a gap for him, but they may not get what they want for him, especially if you're advertising. Steelers and Bengals this week. Bengals favored 3.5 points. Tim and Harris went that way. Me and Keith went with the Steelers this week. Panthers and Dolphins.
I didn't give a lock the other day. I think he told me.
Oh, no, we hadn't given our locks at all yet. Yeah, I'll figure with our locks.
Okay.
Panthers, 1.5 favorite at the Dolphins. None of us showed any Dolphin love this week. We all like the Panthers. And,
wait a minute. We gave her locks.
No, we haven't given a lot. We gave our locks for Thursday's game.
Oh, okay, we only did Thursday. Okay, because I was going to say I know I gave the Raiders.
Eagles, yeah, and everybody's lock hit too. As far as point spreads, Bears and Lions. Bears win. I took in Lions points hit for us. Harris.
I guess my lock hit for Thursday too because
Harris and Mike took the Raiders. Yep, and Keith. Keith, did you take your Bills?
I did.
Yeah, Keith and Tim both took the Bills, and they rolled. Eagles 3-point favorites against the Giants today. You just heard the injury report. The Giants have 3 wide receivers and Saquon Barkley.
Yeah, that was going to be my lock, was the Eagles for today.
Saquon Barkley is a questionable right now. That means if he plays, he's not going to be running the ball 25 times. He's just not.
And my bold prediction, I guess, right now would be the Eagles are going to make the playoffs.
It looks good. It looks a lot more like it right now. Hell, Washington's only a game behind them. How about that shit? Washington's playing now, but they're off this week. I'm like, damn, why you get rolling? Let's keep going. The Titans going to the Patriots. Patriots 5.5-point favorites. I think the Patriots win this game, but 5.5, I wasn't willing to give it. I was the only one who went with the Titans in this game. Everybody else went with the Patriots. Mr. Sealand, Mac Jones has got top 5 sales and jersey sales. I'm sure that's killing some people around, but the kid's playing well. I mean, right now, you tell me somebody that would beat him for Rookie of the Year. I don't know. Do you think anybody could?
I think right now it's him.
I agree. I think so. I mean, look, I love it when I hear people say this. especially all these guys that have sports programs. You go to them and say, look, Mac Jones is 7-4 with this team and won 5 in a row. And guess what? They're undefeated on the road. They're 5-0 on the road this year.
Right.
They lost a road game. But then the person that you're going to be talking to is this, but he's a game manager. Okay. Let me ask you, are we paying him to manage the game, or are we paying him to throw for 350, 4 touchdowns, and still maybe lose a game like the kid down in Houston did 3/4 of the time when he played?
Right.
350 yards, 3 touchdowns, and always lose a fumble or some sort of turnover that's a pick 6 or something that ends up burning your ass up all the way. Game manager is what you want, folks. I'm laughing when I hear people say that bullshit about him. All he is a game manager. Yeah. If he can throw the ball 22 times, complete 15 of them for 250 yards, 2 touchdowns, maybe a pick, and stay in the pocket, and maybe run 15 yards, 20 yards. Not run for 100. That's for damn sure. That you can't count on him for that. But it's so funny when I hear people say that bullshit. And I'm thinking to myself, he's just a game manager. Yeah, he's just a game manager. It might just get their asses in the playoffs, 7-4 right now. They're tied with the Bills. Oh my God. Speaking about death warmed over. Let me go here. NFL standings.
I got them up right now.
Yeah. Keith, who do you think's leading the AFC West right now?
In the standings? Is it Denver?
No.
I don't know.
They're last.
Kansas City by half a game right now.
4. We put them out. We put them in the burial ground weeks ago. I would have thought too. I would have thought, well, maybe the Raiders. Maybe Denver.
No.
Well, everybody's still in that race.
Yeah, but the thing of it is, 3 weeks ago, we're all talking about, well, they're going to have to wait another year before they're going to get in because they're probably not even going to make it playoffs. They're friggin' 7-4, leading the division. I had no idea before I looked at it today. I was like, oh, God. AFC North, that's running about according to the way I would have thought. Ravens, and then the Bengals. I'm a little surprised the Bengals are second. Steelers, and then the Browns are sitting in last place. I'm not at all surprised.
The Browns are the biggest disappointment in me.
To me, they're no surprise. As long as if you got Baker Mayfield behind center, he's good for at least 3 losses.
The Bengals might be 1 or 2 offensive linemen away from being a very, very intimidating team to play.
Nobody wants to. I mean, Steelers 5-4-1.
Alex asked a question. I'd love to answer this one. What one NFL playoff game you most want to see this year? I would like to see a rematch of Week 1. Dallas and Tampa Bay with a healthy Dallas team.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was what I was thinking when I was reading that, Dallas and Tampa.
I'll be honest with you. I think you'll see a different outcome. Dallas may not win the game, but I think you'll see an even better game than what you saw Week 1.
Who would you most want to see the Cardinals play in the playoffs?
Oh, boy.
Wow.
How about the Eagles? The Eagles have the same type of team. If the Eagles get a little bit of claws up as far as their defense, they could be really good. How about Green Bay? Green Bay just beat them. Let's see. Did Green Bay beat them? Yeah. Green Bay just beat them a few weeks ago. That's a team I still say is smoke and mirrors. I really do. And they've only lost, 2 games?
Arizona?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're 9-2.
Yeah.
Right now, the NFC West right now would have 3 teams in the playoffs if the season was to end today.
Because
San Francisco would be in at 5-5.
Okay. All right. Vikings, are they in or they're not in?
Vikings would be right now. The NFC would be Arizona 1, Green Bay 2, Tampa Bay 3, Dallas 4. Then your wild cards would be the Rams, the Vikings, and the Niners.
Okay.
Eagles are the first team out. Panthers are second team out.
All right. So you said the Cowboys would be fourth. You said the Rams would be fifth?
Cowboys would be the 4 seed right now, but keep in mind they got one game more than Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay controls the tiebreaker over them right now. Mm-hmm. So your division leaders right now are Arizona, Green Bay, Tampa Bay, Dallas.
Yeah.
So Dallas right now would host the Rams if the wild card round was today. That's an interesting matchup there.
That's the number 5 seed.
Rams would be 5 right now.
Yeah. Tampa needs to be at home for their playoff game. They're 5-0 this year at home.
Right now, if the season were to end today,
they're only 2-3 on the road.
2, 3, 4. If the season were to end today, the matchups would be. Let's see. This is something we need.
Cowboys would be playing the Rams right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Arizona would have the bye.
Right.
San Francisco will be going to Green Bay. Minnesota would go to Tampa Bay. The Rams would go to Dallas.
Yeah.
In the AFC, your division leaders right now are Tennessee, Baltimore, Buffalo, Kansas City. Your wild cards are New England, Cincinnati, and the Chargers. Chargers would go to Baltimore. Bengals would go to Buffalo. And New England would go to KC.
Yeah.
That's some interesting first round matchups.
It is. It is.
Right now.
We say Keith
got the bye. Tennessee's got the bye right now.
Right now, Tennessee would be the 1, and Arizona would be the 1.
Yeah.
And I would venture to say Tennessee is probably going to finish out as the 1 seed in the AFC.
We'll see.
I really think so.
They're playing the Patriots today.
The NFC.
And you all pick.
I'm going to tell you right now, Green Bay won that with the 1 seed.
They could.
Arizona's going to fall apart down the stretch.
Yeah.
I wonder what the odds are that an AFC team wins the Super Bowl right now.
I would say it's probably less than 35%. I think NFC is stacked.
When I was in Vegas, they didn't have teams, of course, but they had AFC, NFC Super Bowl odds.
Yeah.
The NFC was listed at 80% chance of winning the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I would think so.
While we're talking about playoffs like that, I was reading something that there is talk about the NFL expanding to as many as 40 teams. What do you think?
It won't happen in the next 10 years. It won't happen in the next 10 years because
we had 1 team per division.
Yeah.
Well, possibly, yeah. That's what they're talking. Yeah. And they're, of course, London is one of the names that keeps coming up.
Oh yeah, and then you're going to have Mexico too. Mexico City is going to be one of them.
Mexico, London, and they're talking about 2 teams in Canada.
Well, the problem with that is they're going to have problems with it, and I'll tell you why.
CFL.
The CFL's licensed up there, and they have a firm grip on. They're not able to come to America to play Canadian Football League deal. It's going to be very, very difficult for them to get a team there.
Well, I'm interested to see what happens a lot more up there when this new XFL or whatever it is comes back, because there's talk about that merging with the CFL.
Yeah, I'll believe that when I see it too. Because
true.
Anytime you're talking owners and money, that is something.
Stafford dealing with elbow and crown back. Stafford's been dealing with elbow injuries for the last 6 or 7 years.
Any chance they'd put a team in Honolulu?
No.
I'd love to see it, but no.
I don't think so. It's a financial nightmare for the NFL. Plus, think about it this way: how are they going to get 70,000 people in the seat?
They're not. They can't even sell out a Pro Bowl.
No, that's why they moved the Pro Bowl for a few years down to Miami.
Right.
Yeah. And
where is it? Where's it at now?
Well, Pro Bowl.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be.
I think it's either out in California or down in Miami 1. Current Super Bowl odds. Who is the favorite to win Super Bowl 56?
Probably the Bucs, huh?
Tampa Bay is number 1. Number 2.
Green Bay? No.
Nope.
2022 Pro Bowl
Dallas?
will be played in Las Vegas.
Las Vegas.
Dallas?
Dallas, nope.
Arizona?
Nope.
What was that?
Arizona, he said. I said nope. Second team favorite to win the Super Bowl. Tampa's number 1. Who's number 2?
Gosh, it'd have to be in New England?
Wait a minute.
Not New England. Nope.
Kansas City?
Kansas City right now is number 2.
Well, you know what? You've got to put them there until they get beat.
Number 3, you got them right there, Alex. The Bills. The Bills are 3rd. The 4th rated team. This was only
So 2 of the top 3 are from the AFC now.
Yep, and you ain't come up with number 4 yet. It's only came out to 10th of November, so it's only been a couple weeks old. Yep. So it's Tampa, Kansas City, Buffalo, and then.
And we haven't mentioned it yet?
Yeah, I think you mentioned this team. Yeah.
Green Bay?
Nope.
Dallas?
Nope.
Arizona?
Yep. Arizona's 4th. The next one.
I'm kind of surprised by that.
How about the 5th team? This team ain't been mentioned.
It's got to be the Rams.
Yeah, it is. It's the Rams. It's 5th. 6th. This team's been picked. You've said something about it.
Either Dallas or Green Bay.
Green Bay is 6th. Dallas is 7th. New England is 8th. Right now, you know what? If somebody gave me those odds right now, they're 12-1. I'm not sure I wouldn't put $50 down right now on the Patriots, man. I'll tell you what, that $50 will win you 600.
600, yeah.
Yeah. Minus the fee. The Ravens, Titans leading the AFC right now, and they're 1, 2, 3.
Where's Detroit rank?
Is there a 4-team parlay you could play to pick the 4 teams that make it to the conference?
All right, I tell you what. How about this? How about the 5 worst? Take your 5 worst and
Detroit's the worst.
Detroit's tied for the worst. They're not the worst by themselves.
Jaguars?
Huh?
With the Jaguars?
Jaguars are down there, but they're not tied for the worst. But they are in the bottom 5, yeah.
Goodness.
Because of quarterback issues, I would say Houston.
Houston's tied with Detroit right now as the worst.
Hmm.
Then you got 2 more teams down in the bottom 5.
Jaguars.
Jacksonville.
Well, he said Jacksonville, Texans, and Lions. He's already said.
Jets.
Jets. That's 4. You ain't gonna get number 5.
It's gotta be one of.
I'm gonna do like this because you go get it wrong.
I would say Miami, Chicago, or Atlanta.
The Falcons?
Atlanta, yeah, Atlanta. Atlanta, then the Bears, then the Giants, then the Dolphins. And then,
I had 3 of those 4.
You know, my God, Washington's done climbed that damn far. Washington was the bottom of the fucking barrel. How about this? The doldrums now. The team just above Washington. Seattle. Carolina's ahead of Seattle.
That's their opponent today is Seattle.
Pittsburgh, the Raiders, the Eagles, the Vikings. All these teams are ahead of Seattle.
Wow.
Bengals, Browns, 49ers, Colts, Chargers, Titans way down. Ravens, Patriots, Cowboys, Packers, Rams, Cardinals. 4 NFC teams in a row. Then the Bills, Chiefs, then the Buccaneers. The third is the only reason they got Chiefs and Bills way up top like that. They don't
have somebody in the AFC up there.
Well, right. One of them's got to be in the Super Bowl, and they have no reason to think one of them's up. They really think Tampa's good right now. We'll see. The Warriors are smoking hot, 17-2 this year. How about that? How's Curry playing? How's Curry playing? And I've got a Steph Curry jersey in there. It's actually I've got it on my eBay site for $50, brand new. Yeah, it's got the tags and everything still on it. It's got the bridge, Golden State's bridge. So, pretty cool.
So
Falcons and Jags got a pick'em game going on today.
So if you were going to pick your conference championship games right now, if you were going to say these 4 teams are going to be the final 4, what it would be?
For me?
Yeah. Now, you got to try to figure out who's going to be matched up in the playoffs before.
Right.
It's like your 1, 2, 3, 4. So then you get your 2 against your 3.
And that way they don't play each other before the final 2.
Right.
Who's going to be healthy and who's not.
I would take Packers and Bucks right now. I like Packers and Bucks. The Rams and Cowboys, both of them are capable, but I'll take Packers and Bucks. And I definitely think I like your Bucks to make it to the Super Bowl. Now the AFC, I'm sorry, I don't have no confidence in the Titans without their running back. Because I just don't know how well Tannehill can carry a team for the next 6 games. I would like the final 2 teams probably in the AFC probably be the Patriots. Shit. See, I'm so torn between the Bills and the Ravens right now. The Ravens
right now, those 2 teams end up playing each other in the semifinal.
And those 2 teams, the Ravens know what they like to do and they're good at it. But the problem with the Ravens is they're just so one-sided that if somebody like a New England came in there and just said, "Guess what? We're going to whip up on your quarterback and you ain't going to do a damn thing about it," I probably tend to favor the Patriots. So probably Buccaneers and Patriots, and I would like the Patriots. I mean, I'd like the Buccaneers in that game. Although I think it would be a pretty damn good game. What do you think, Harris?
Right now, I am leaning New England, Tennessee in the AFC.
And who do you think would win out of those 2?
I'm thinking the rookie's going to the Super Bowl.
I think it could. And then in the NFC,
I think, and as sad as it is to say, I think Belichick's going to outcoach the rest of the AFC in the playoffs. And I don't like the man at all.
He's a hell of a coach, already.
He is. And NFC, I've got to stick with Dallas as long as they're healthy. All right. So I'm going to say Dallas, Green Bay in the conference championship game. But right now, with the way it looks, the game would be in Green Bay. And as painful as it is to say, I'd have to take Green Bay right now.
All right. And then if Green Bay played the Patriots in the Super Bowl.
Green Bay.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
See, now, I don't think the Patriots would have as much problem with Green Bay as they would other teams. I really don't. I think the Rams would give them more fits. I think the Cowboys would give them more fits because they're capable of doing. I mean, if you just simply hit Rodgers, you can beat him. You can beat him.
Look, I think what would happen in this situation, and my reason for this is the quarterback play. I take Rodgers only because he's been there. I don't think Jones can handle that off week between the conference championship and the Super Bowl. I think his concentration would cost him.
They play late this year too. They play real.
I think I like the Cowboys Packers pick for the NFC.
Uh-huh.
The AFC, I just have a feeling that group of teams, there's going to be some kind of a weird combination of teams that gets to the conference championship game. I think one of them would either be no, not the Chargers. I think you would have the Bills or the Patriots, and right now I think I would lean to the Bills just because Jones is a rookie. I think that they'll start putting things together a little bit as the season goes along and become the team that people kind of expected them to be. And, of course, you can't ever really count the Steelers out. I'm not sold on the Ravens. I don't think that they get there. But I would not be surprised if a team like Cleveland snuck through just with their defense, their running game, and Mayfield just managing games enough that they could kind of beat some teams that have some flaws, aren't as good defensively, aren't as good at running the football. I think right now I would kind of go with them, even though I know Mayfield can blow a game for you.
Well, let's face it. At this point, Mayfield's playing for a contract too.
Yeah. So, right now, I kind of would go that direction. Bills against somebody that's not really a team you would really project when the playoffs started to just kind of blood and guts their way there. And then
let me be
Buffalo versus Dallas in the Super Bowl. So
Buffalo, Dallas, okay.
Number 3 against head.
Yeah. So I was just going to ask you that, Keith. That was going to be my next question.
What's that?
The Browns, are they good enough to piece-mat a team to play through playoffs? And when I say that, 1 game, 2 games, 3 games,
they got to get there first. They got to get there first. They're in a division where everybody's kind of bunched up.
Yeah, but are they good enough?
So they might not make the playoffs, but a team like that, if they get there, I could see kind of grinding their way week to week to get
So you think there is a chance they could win? They could pull 3 wins off in a row in the playoffs.
One and done, anybody can do
to get to the conference championship game.
Yeah,
especially with the officiating.
3 to get to the Super Bowl. 3.
Yeah, I'm not projecting that, but the Chargers they'll find a way to screw it up. The Raiders, Carr is still not.
All you got to do is look at the back weeks here. The Chargers and the Bills both. They can't go 3 weeks without laying an egg.
The Chiefs are probably a team that just has to shoot out too often, and a good defense could be knock them out.
Yeah. Well, look right here. Last week, the Bengals.
Steelers could be the team that does that. What I said with the Browns.
Bengals went to the Raiders last week, win 32-13. The Raiders got their asses handed to them on a platter. Steelers went to the Chargers, win 40. They lost 41-37, but that was on the road. But Texans go into Tennessee and hand them their ass last week, 22-13. We didn't see that shit coming.
We got Cleveland guy here, Todd B.
Yeah,
he's excited about the Browns.
Colts 41-15 in Buffalo.
That's a team that if it wasn't for Wentz and what he can do,
respect.
the bad things that he can
do.
No
respect at all. Yep. Patriots the other Thursday night when it marched. Now, they marched.
Yeah, see, there you have another team, Indianapolis.
Yeah.
There's another one. They get hot. They get in. They can call
They
some
got a running game. The defense is probably underappreciated.
And another one, you mentioned wins. Another one. If you can stay mistake free, that team can go a long way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who would you rather have, Wentz or Mayfield?
Mayfield.
That's what I would say.
I'd rather have Wentz.
Really, Rob?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think I'd rather have.
I'd rather have Wentz because Mayfield to me, man, I'm telling you, he's not a top. He's in the bottom 15 or bottom 16 to me. I'd rather have Heineke at Washington than I had Mayfield. I really would. I just don't think he is what. I just don't think he's playoff caliber.
So you have Cousins ahead of Mayfield too?
Oh hell yeah! Shit yeah. I think Cousins is head and shoulders, but
really,
I don't think he's that much better in golf. That's
Mayfield.
But I'm also one. I think Matty Ice is overrated. I don't think Matt Ryan's a top league quarterback. I think he's a bottom of the league quarterback.
Yeah.
I just don't have him. He don't carry.
Stafford are both kind of, like they'll look good, put some good numbers up, but then they don't.
Stafford's playing on a good team though. Same thing with the Vegas quarterback.
Carr.
You just don't know what you're getting. You just don't know what you're getting with him. Last year with Carolina, the kid that was with the Broncos got hurt. What's his name? Teddy Bridgewater.
Bridgewater, yeah.
I liked Bridgewater because number one, he wouldn't make mistakes. But
I liked Bridgewater when he was Minnesota.
What if, we're past the trade deadline, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
What would you have thought if maybe Cleveland had made a trade to get Wilson of the Seahawks?
That would have been interesting.
It's an upgrade, but Wilson stays hurt so much. And you know what? I watch TV and stuff. Wilson's not a Hall of Famer.
No,
far from it. Not a Hall of Famer.
Far from it.
No.
Wilson might be a Seattle Seahawk Hall of Famer, but he's not.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you can make a Hall of Fame in Seattle if you just show up 15 games. Shit, I haven't been really bad to Seattle there, but he's not a Hall of Fame quarterback. They might have been a little better off, but he has proven he can lose games too. He throws the ball up in some places he shouldn't. If you go back and look when they won the Super Bowl, Russell Wilson wasn't the reason they won that Super Bowl. It was 11 on the defensive side of football that won that Super Bowl for them.
Legion of Boom.
Yeah, they were bad. They were bad boys.
That having been said, Wilson played good.
Oh, yeah, he played well. Well.
Yeah.
And didn't make any mistakes.
He's a good leader. He's just, he's not elite.
That's why I have a problem. Maybe not a leader. He's a good cast member. That's what I like to call him. I don't think he's a leader of a team. I really don't.
You're talking about a guy since 2012 who's thrown 277 touchdowns and 84 interceptions.
Yeah. I think he's a leader, Rob. I think he's a good leader. I think he's better than a game manager. I mean, I think he's
so 277 and 82. You say
277 to 84.
84. That's good numbers.
He's got some dynamic.
Look at Romo's career stats. Did he throw for two? He didn't get that many touchdowns because he didn't play that long.
All right, wait a minute.
I was just wondering Romo's stats because I got to cut my heat up one more notch. My feet are getting cold. I got shoes on. I got shoes on.
And for the record, Wilson's QB rating is lifetime is 1016. All right, let me find
I got you.
1016.
You know, Romo, if the center had snapped the ball over his head every play, he would have made the Hall of Fame, because he would race back 15, 20 yards, get the ball, scramble around, and then they'd get 50 yards on the play.
Yeah. He can move around better than anybody out there almost. Yeah.
Romo, 248 and 117.
Okay. So he's got a lot better numbers than Romo then, as far as more touchdowns.
Romo was a 97.1 QB rating.
Okay.
So Wilson is a better rated quarterback at this point in his career.
Yeah. Shit. What's his record? Have you got his record in front of you right now? His
wins and losses?
Regular season. Big surprise to me that he's thrown 3-1. It really is.
A blast from the past here. I'm going to name a quarterback, just one quarterback. Harris will look up his career quarterback rating, but before he says what it is, I want you to guess it, Rob. And I don't know what it is.
QBR.
Yeah.
All right.
The name is Neil Lomax.
Wow. Neil Lomax was a hell of a quarterback. Well, he could throw the ball, but he didn't have a great record. No. Oh, shit. QBR probably 80-something, 88, 89. Maybe not that good.
I'm saying maybe about 86.
All right. Wait a minute. Let me find it here. Where's passing stats? Let's see. $136 touchdowns, 90 interceptions.
Yeah.
Would you say it's QBR?
86.
That's what I
You're
said.
a little high. 82.7.
82.7. Okay. All right. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Let me find a quarterback, and I'm going to give you his stats. And then you guys tell me.
Well, give us about a year range somewhere.
Yeah. Well, okay. How about
a decade or something?
How about if I give it? I'll say we'll leave it within from the 80s to now. So it's not. I mean, well, what I'm saying is
this going to be somebody that's played a significant number of years? Or
okay, yeah, we ain't gonna give you somebody that played 2 years. Yeah.
Okay, good.
All right. Yeah. All right. Hold on for a second. Let me get this. Okay.
Not like the Grinch?
All righty.
And if somebody in chat can guess us better than us, then
yeah. All right. How about this? Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh man! Oh man! Mediocrity all the way across here. 254 touchdowns, but 242 interceptions.
Okay.
43,000 passing yards.
Wow.
With a percentage rate of 59%.
Uh-huh.
His win-loss record, let's see, was 86, 84, and 1. Let's see if it shows us his okay, let's see if I got QBR right now.
86, 84, and 1.
In two seasons, he led the league in completions.
One year with completions.
Completions. Not completions. 348 completions one season, and he followed it up the next season with 360. But he also led the league in attempts. So that might help you a lot right there. Alex. Oh, my God. Watch out, Alex. Dan Fouts. How about that? Yep.
Wow.
Until you did the 2 seasons with the yardage, I was kind of thinking maybe both Heisman, but
80 and 81. Dan Fouts.
All right, let me give you one.
All right.
27,989 yards.
Okay.
200 touchdowns. 210 interceptions.
So more INTs than
212 touchdowns.
Oh, okay.
210 interceptions.
So it's right the same.
A career rating of 70.9. And he's in the Hall of Fame.
Wow.
Is that Namath?
No.
Greasy?
Career record. Career record.
I do not have the career win-loss record on here. I'm on ProReference.com. Pro Football Reference. Well, wait a minute. Let me see.
27,000. So he didn't play that long. Let's see.
Tarkington?
That could be Tarkington. Yeah, it could be.
14 seasons.
14 seasons.
Well, 13 full seasons. One year he only played one game. 15 comebacks, 23 game-winning drives.
Let's see. He's just a little bit over 500, so that means he's not a guy that took a team to a Super Bowl a bunch of times. But
might be surprised.
Well, I said Greasy once. That wasn't it.
No, not Greasy and not Tarkington.
Yeah, it's not. It's not
Matt Ryan.
It could be Staubach. Roger Staubach.
No. Terry Bradshaw.
It isn't Terry Bradshaw.
It's Bradshaw.
Terry Bradshaw.
He did throw a fair number of interceptions.
He did throw a bunch of them. Oh my gosh. Terry Bradshaw.
Yep.
Namath is the Harold Baines equivalent of Hall of Fame.
Actually, I don't think Bradshaw would have been a Hall of Famer if he hadn't been on the Steelers.
Oh no way, no. Look at the Hall of Famers he played with in '76.
Yeah.
Shit, he played with 8.
Yeah.
8 Hall of Famers. I mean, that's
he might not have even been a top 10 quarterback.
He wouldn't have even been an honorable mention.
His highest QB rating in his career, if you take out the single game he played in '83, was 1975 at 88.0.
Well, Bradshaw was kind of like a poor man's Brett Favre. I mean, he was a gunslinger, but I think there were interceptions that Bradshaw threw that Favre might not have. I mean, because there were times the guys it was like he was throwing right to the opponent.
He was sacked 307 times in his career.
How about another Super Bowl winning quarterback? Only completed 49.5% of his passes in his career. Only got not even 17,000 passing yards. 100 touchdowns, 93 INTs. His record was 38, 42, and 1. Had a losing fucking record.
This is a Super Bowl winning quarterback, you said?
Yep.
Trent Dilfer?
Nope. Let's see.
What was his record?
38, 42, and 1. Alex has it. Alex has got it.
That's how I was thinking, but
Doug
for
Wiggins.
some reason I was thinking he had more games than that.
No, that was it because he stayed hurt so much. Yeah.
Well, you know what? Most of his losses were with Tampa Bay, though.
A lot of them were, yeah.
Yeah.
He had a 10-win season in Tampa, too, though. Guess how many games regular season he won for Washington? You'll never guess.
How many games he won for Washington?
Regular season games, and he played for Washington for 4 years.
Maybe
was the win
maybe 17.
How many?
17.
What'd you say, Keith? What was your
Does that have to be a game that he started?
It
is, a lot of it's like in '87. His wins usually came off the bench.
Right. You recorded win or loss according to how many minutes you played. Alex says 11. Alex says 11. Harris said 17. Right. How many do you think, Keith? How many games? He was with the team for 4 seasons. 86, 87, 88, and 89.
8.
5.
Okay.
5 fucking wins. He went 5-9. 5-9 was his regular season record, and he ends up winning the Super Bowl. How about that crazy shit? 5-9 and wins a Super Bowl. Tell me the wind ain't blowing right on your ass when you go in and take a shit on that one, boys. I ain't lying. Oh my gosh. That's just
what would you guess, Rob? And Harris can look this up. What would you guess was the career quarterback rating for Jay Schrader?
Oh God.
Oh well, Jay Schrader, man. Jay Schrader. The one thing that's going to help him is he threw a lot of passes 30 yards and up.
I think he's down in the 70s, though.
You're probably right.
70, 78, maybe 77.
I'm going to say 81. I'm going to just say 81 just because it may be even a notch or two higher than that. I don't know. It may not be, but he, man, I'll tell you what, that's a guy that could throw the ball 30 yards. By the way, Michael Vick could just go right off his wrist and just throw it 30 yards.
If Schrader would have just done what Gibbs wanted him to do, he would have been a pretty good quarterback. But he just had this big head. He wanted to throw the ball deep all the time.
Now you want his career rating with all 4 teams you played with, or just Washington?
Just career.
Yeah.
Just
career 71.7.
Yeah, Keith had it about right.
He was 114 touchdowns, 108 interceptions.
What was his rating per team?
All right, with the Raiders, he was 71.8. With the Skins, he was 72.6. Arizona 68.4. Cincinnati 70.0.
So he
remember him.
He was consistent. He was consistent 70 is what he was.
Yeah, well, Cincinnati he played 9 games, and Arizona he played 9 games.
I got you. Is there? Well, first off, we don't know if this guy's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. I don't think he will be. Now, he could be. But will there be let's see, 142 sacks, 9 INTs in his career.
Taylor,
he won 2 Super Bowls, 10-time Pro Bowler, 86 MVP. That is
LT, huh?
LT.
Lawrence Taylor.
Lawrence Taylor, yeah. First off, we'll tell you his name. This one's name, Manning, Eli Manning, and you guys know I called him Cousin Doofus his whole career. I always thought he walked there and had no damn clue. He was somebody that somebody had to point him the right way to go. Okay, you go that way. Robot boy. But he's going to make the Hall of Fame. He will make the Hall of Fame. But you look at his numbers. He won 1 game more. He's 1 game over 500 in his career. 1 game over 500 in his friggin' career.
I guess with Greasy and Namath in there, you almost have to, huh?
Oh, he's a Hall of Famer, but is he a first ballot Hall of Famer? 2 Super Bowls. 2 Super Bowls.
He won 2.
He won 2 before his brother won 2. Think about that bullshit.
Right.
He won 2 before his brother did. Yeah. You know, I mean, Eli Manning stats. I mean, you have to look at
366 touchdowns, 244 interceptions, 84-1 rating.
Yeah. And then you look at it.
And
then you look at
that's
2 games.
That's not too bad.
117.
Really, but
He played 500 ball. 117 and 117. Exactly. Right? You see it, Harris?
117. Okay, yeah, I do see that. Okay.
Yeah, 117 and 117. 500 across the board. What's up, John Wise? 57,000 passing yards. He came up 5 receptions short of 4,900 completion.
Does it show what his playoff record was, Rob?
Oh, his playoff record was. Oh yeah, it does. His playoff. That's where he makes it on. All right, 8-4, which if you're above 500 in the playoffs, that is good. 8-4.
Oh. Hey, you were asked in Bradshaw's career win-loss record.
Yeah,
107-51.
That's how you make the playoff. I mean, that's how you make it right there.
Right.
This guy right here.
Romo was 78-49.
Yeah.
And Russell Wilson right now sits at 150-1.
Yeah. So he wins 2 out of every 3 games he plays. He just hadn't played enough to be in the Hall of Fame.
One more name I'm going to throw at you, Rob, for a quarterback rating. And this guy you brought up a few times. You kind of like talking about him, I guess. Okay. Danny White.
Danny White.
Ooh.
The only guy that can look south and northwest at the same fucking time.
62 wins, 30 losses.
Is that Danny White?
Yep.
What's his rating?
83.
Close. 81.7.
81.7.
21,959 yards, 155 touchdowns, 132 interceptions, and then 62-30 win-loss record.
It also averaged more than 40 yards a punt.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a punter.
Wait a minute. That's here somewhere.
Yeah.
Punting average.
About 42.4, something like that.
40.2.
40.2, okay. Who has the most 60-yard touchdowns in NFL history? Throwing or catching? Throwing or catcher? What'd you say, Keith?
Darryl LaMonica?
Throwing or catching?
Oh, yeah, that's true. Or runs.
Yeah. Everybody remembers that 99-yard run at
Dorsett.
That Bo made too. Well, yeah, Dorsett.
Yeah.
Bo did it. I believe Bo did it against the Cowboys.
He said catching.
Catching. Who has the most 60-yard touchdowns? NFL history. Oh, shit. Oh, boy. That's a nice question.
Harris, you're muted.
He might have cut himself off for a minute.
Yeah,
dogs.
Dogs. All right. Chill. Speaking of Bo Knows, I was reading an article about Bo at Michigan knowing about sexual harassment going on in the locker room. Did you hear anything about that?
At Michigan?
At Michigan, when Bo was coaching at Michigan years and years
ago.
you're
talking about Schembechler?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking
about that.
No.
I have not heard about that.
Yeah, I've got to find the article. When I do, I'll forward it to you.
Who has the most 60-yard touchdowns in NFL history? Oh man, who would I say?
Well, it's getting close to time probably to go. But one final thing: when it comes to the baseball negotiations, does Manfred do more to try to bring the sides together, or does he screw it up?
Yeah, I think I really don't think they're gonna need him. All he needs to do is he's got to do is bring the cooler
Just
in.
stay away. Stay away.
All he's got to do is bring the cooler full of ice and the beers in there with him, and hand one each side, and they'll be fine.
Stay away, Manfred.
Yeah,
he's going to bring the popcorn with him and screw things up.
Yeah, I say by early January. Deshaun Jackson with 26. Okay.
All right, your locks today, guys.
Oh yeah. Our lock of the day.
Philadelphia.
Oh man, that's a quick one by Keith, man. Keith says Philly. Harris.
I'm going to take 49ers over the Vikings.
All right. He likes it.
Minus the 3.5.
It's just straight 3 is what we got here. So you're even better.
You got 3. You gave me 3.5 on Tuesday.
3. Yep, straight 3 though. It's all
straight 3. Okay.
Yeah, it's 3. Boy, I really want to take the Rams this evening because I think they're going to beat up on the Packers. I really do, but I'm going to ride Keith's coattails. I'm going to say the Eagles here. I think they got to keep up with Dallas, and they're only a game and a half back. They get within a game of them. They within reaching distance, and at the end, they play each other. They play each other off a week, then play each other again. That's what
the last 3 weeks.
Well, Washington does this: Eagles, Cowboys, Eagles, Cowboys.
That's so stupid.
Well, look what the Browns have. The Browns have the Ravens, a bye. The Ravens.
Yeah.
Their next 2 games were with Baltimore. Remember, I said that on Tuesday. If they split that series, the Browns are right back in.
They ought to go to the schedule makers and say, this isn't going to happen again, guys. Yeah. I mean, this is
so the Browns get a bye, or the Ravens get a bye after this week?
The Ravens have already had their bye.
So the Browns
play Baltimore tonight. They're
right,
off
and then
next
Baltimore.
week.
Then Baltimore play next week against somebody.
Correct.
My goodness. And then the Browns get to play at home against the same team.
This is definitely going in advantage Browns.
Exactly.
They need one game plan.
If Baltimore,
Ravens need 2.
If Baltimore goes in there and beats them twice, they've lit the Browns' ass up. Because
I told you they're going to split this 2 games. I just don't know which way it's going to go. They're going to split these 2.
Me and Tim both took the Ravens tonight. We gave up 4 points.
Well, I took the Browns tonight with the 4.5.
John Wise says the Bengals over the Steelers. Bengals have given up 3.5. I don't like that line. I really don't.
No.
I don't like that line. Even although Harris took them. Harris took the Bengals.
I got the Bengals. I just don't like it though.
Yeah. There's no way I would play that with money. Steelers have played everybody close. They've played everybody close. They're going into Cincinnati. Their defense, Watt may play. We have not heard. He was a question earlier.
Is that Pittsburgh?
Mm-hmm. They'll be releasing it now. 12:30 gets released.
Inactives. Let's see. All right, Steelers. All right, inactives for Pittsburgh.
Touchdown, Buffalo.
What the hell is that?
Taking pictures
Wait a
of his
minute.
teammates.
All right, Pittsburgh inactives. Haskins, Hayden, Johnson, Rader, and Bugs.
So Watt's going to play, guys. Watt is going to play. All I say is this. If the Steeler front 4 is able to put pressure on Joe Burrow today, it could be a long day for the Bengals. I don't care if they are playing in Cincinnati. It could be a long day for him. If he's capable of getting some time, and they can run the football and maybe some play action passing, then Ben's going to be chasing them all day. Ben can't chase like he used to.
Hey, Rob, again, who did you say the bottom 4 teams were?
The bottom
5. The bottom 5.
In that Super Bowl deal.
Yeah.
It was the Jags. It was the Jets. It was the Lions. It was the Texans.
And
it was the Falcons.
Yeah, and if you look today, Falcons at Jaguars, Jets at Texans.
Yeah.
So what do the winners of those games get?
A pat on the back.
Yeah.
A pat on the back.
They don't get shit. They don't get shit in their face on them anyway. They may get shit on, but not in their face anyway. Lord have mercy. Those teams are in bad.
Jacksonville has an offensive lineman out again today. McDermott is out.
Yeah. Packers. The Packers have got an offensive lineman out today, and that's what concerns me against the Rams, even at home. And we know Stafford's hurt. He's hurting a little bit. Well, we also know that Rodgers is hurt at toe, and they said it's worse than turf toe. So,
oh really?
Yeah, and he's actually they actually get a bye next week. I think that's what's happening there with the Packers.
Is Wilson coming back at all this year? Zach Wilson?
Wilson's coming back this week. He's back this week.
Is he playing today?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wilson's playing today against the Texans.
Yeah, the late games haven't posted inactives yet.
All right. Yeah, they got 45 minutes before game time to do that though. Right now, all the inactives for the early games are up. They're up and ready.
Yeah, John, the Bengals can score. It's just
the problem is, John,
they could be better.
Right. And the problem is though the Bengals are going through injuries. And anytime, I mean, who was that we listed a little while ago that had 3 wide receivers and 1 running back? The Giants. Anytime you're going through that, you can't just replace them with just the next guy in, like they always talk about in college. Well, next guy up. That shit don't work in the NFL. That's why.
Yeah,
that's why
you're talking guys out. Cincinnati's got 2 receivers, a tight end, and an offensive lineman not playing today.
Yeah.
Tate, Irwin, Wilcox, and Johnson are all out on Cincinnati. You got Hargraves and Shelvin on the defensive side out.
Yeah.
So Cincinnati may win the game, but it's sure not going to be easy.
No. It just gets more and more harder as the year goes. If you're going to have somebody good on the practice squad, you really do. Easily by 7, I'll say no, John. I will definitely. If somebody gave me 7 in the Steelers, I would jump all over it. How about you, Harris? What's Harris?
Oh yeah, and 5, not 1 or 2, but 5 defensive players not playing today.
For who?
Tennessee.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Tennessee, and then they're running back.
Maben, Long, Evans, Adehai, and Tart are all out.
Yeah.
That's big.
It is. It is big.
That's
and
5.
I took the Titans, but that was all before I saw this deal today. Patriots should go in there, run the football on them, and have a nice day with them today. And their run defense is better than the Titans' run defense. But I went over. Me and Keith both went over in that game.
What's the game you would say is the best lock to go over the thing today?
Over the total today? Oh boy!
Any game involving the Jets.
Jets and Texans.
Yeah, Jets, Texans. Neither of them stop anybody.
Both
special teams will probably score 2 touchdowns.
I always have, I'm hesitant to go with overs most of the time. I only have 4 of them today.
Yeah.
I don't have that many, do I?
Oh, let's see, Harris.
2, 3, 4. I got 5.
Yeah, you went with the Panthers and Dolphins. Oh boy. The
Panthers, Dolphins, Jets,
the Eagles throw a lot of points on the board, but I just don't know where the Giants are going to get theirs at.
Rams, Packers could go. I got over.
Yeah, I did too.
And Ravens.
I went Bucks and Colts over.
Patriots, Titans, which might not if the Titans can't do anything, but
I'm kind of with Harris. I think it's Jets Texans today. That's one that could hit 60 points. That's one that could hit 60.
And that could be about one team.
Jets score some points today. You wait and see. Jets will score some points. They may not cover, but they're going to score some points.
What's going to be the lowest scoring game of the day?
Lowest scoring game of the day. Panthers Dolphins.
Atlanta Jacksonville.
Yeah, that could be.
Yeah, that could be a low one. I'll tell you another one that could be low. Vikings. 40.
I mean, Atlanta scored 3 points in the last 2 games, haven't they?
Chargers. How about the Broncos and the Chargers? That could be a low scoring game.
And the Browns Ravens could be low scoring.
They're playing in Denver.
I think Browns Ravens are going to be. I think it's going to be a shootout.
Do you?
Yeah.
I don't know if the Browns defensive line starts getting in there chasing Jackson around enough.
Well, that's why I think it's going to be a shootout. Because they're going to be doing a lot of chasing of Jackson.
Harris was just showing us Terry Bradshaw his stats are not the greatest, but he's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Now his record is good though, but somebody probably Namath is right there. Namath's record really sucked, but he made the Hall of Fame.
I meant to check him and didn't do it.
Yeah, his record's not that good. I'm gonna go get me a turkey sandwich, guys.
Me too.
All right. We'll see what Harris says.
I'm gonna make another box of real
quick.
Oh,
Joe Namath. Where is he?
See, my wife is texting me. She should have by now.
I bought this. It's just what do you call it? Private label at a local market.
Yeah,
this stuff is better than stovetop in my opinion.
Really?
Yeah.
I love that stuff. I look for good stuff in any time.
All right, Joe Namath. He had a lifetime record of 62 wins, 63 losses, 4 ties. He threw for 173 touchdowns, 220 interceptions, a quarterback rating of 65.5.
And he's in the Hall of Fame.
He's in the Hall of freaking Fame. All because he guaranteed a win.
Yeah.
And that's the only reason he's in.
And he only won one.
Yeah.
Yeah. He only won one Super Bowl. Yeah.
140 career games. He only started 129 of them.
And had a losing record. Yeah. That shit's crazy. All right, guys. We may do a post game today. Post game, pop on here maybe about 6:30, 7 o'clock. Let's hope it's no.
I was hoping Tim would jump on for a little while.
Yeah, I was hoping so too. Tim has been he's been getting together with his friends doing some stuff, and I can't blame him for
I haven't heard from Darlene today.
You did or haven't?
I haven't.
She hadn't texted me yet.
I must have. Must be on the outs now with her.
Well, dude. Shit.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have something ordered and delivered and sit back and watch football.
All right.
I still got some dodgeball cards to cut out anyway.
Can you order from Uber Eats with a discount?
No discount.
Now, can you order from Uber Eats? Get the money to them if they know you got.
You don't pay at the door anyway. Everything's paid in advance.
All right, so they just drop it at the door.
Yeah, and even when I deliver food for people, 95% of it now is drop and go. You don't even you don't have to knock on doors anymore.
Oh, okay.
When you get there on the app, you hit delivered, and it sends a message to the person that their food's there because you take a picture of where you put it.
Don't we have to ring a bell?
Don't have to ring a bell. Don't have to knock on the door. What I like most about it is you don't have to worry about carrying money on you.
Yeah.
So your chances of robbery are really significantly reduced. I mean,
do
look,
they tip you through car? They tip
Huh?
you with a car. They tip you with a card.
Yeah, everything is done through the app.
That's good. That's really good.
Yeah, and everything is paid direct deposit on Tuesday.
Yeah. All right, guys. We'll be back on this evening. We're definitely going to try to. Our locks of the day: Keith, Rob, the Eagles. Harris has said he likes the 49ers. That's a late game. So we will be back with you probably around 7 p.m.
Give that. Take
All right, later. John, we'll talk about the next ball later tonight.